Since a crime that left our community in grief, the murder of 6-year-old Eli Hart by his own mother. Tonight, a Care 11 investigation goes beyond the headlines and finds the child protection system, and not just the mom, is responsible. A warning now, this report contains graphic content.
Nikita Kromberg walks to her car at 3 a.m. to go to work. A stalker with binoculars watches.
She sat outside our home in the middle of the night.
Nikita and husband Stephen were fostering a little boy. 6-year-old Eli Hart had an infectious laugh and gap-toothed smile.
Just so energetic and happy and joyful.
Eli lived with them for 11 months after police found him naked, standing in a home amidst garbage and decaying food. His mother, Julissa Thaler, had a history of severe drug abuse, delusions, and mental illness. She now sat in a car watching the boy's foster home. Nikita tried to confront her. The car sped away.
You know, she's presenting very unstable behavior.
You tried to warn people?
CPS warned them many times.
Julissa was scheduled to have Eli move home with her on a trial basis 2 days later. Instead of being alarmed, records show Dakota County Child Protection, CPS, made the decision to have Eli move back with his mom 2 days early.
There is no tire there. All right.
5 months to the day later.
There's what?
Blood all over the car.
Police stopped Julissa. Her car shattered.
I have a broken windshield and I'm missing a tire because some kids were shooting at my car. I had some.
What looks like blood in there?
It's not blood, it's deer meat. I had a big bag of, there's a farm around here that does deer meat and hamburgers. So.
Shotgun shells all over the side.
Yeah. Holy so we got a body.
Yeah.
All right, let's cover it.
Care 11 investigates the Eli files.
We have a little bit of Eli here.
From ashes to artwork, Eli's foster parents cling to reminders of the boy they believe child protection could have saved.
It's a system that needs to be changed.
Care 11 obtained hundreds of never-before-seen CPS emails and texts, along with videos and case reports that reveal not a few, but a myriad of failures to protect Eli.
This is one of the most shocking failures of child protection that I've seen.
D. Wilson has worked nearly 50 years in child welfare. Usually, he cautions against the temptation of applying 20/20 hindsight.
But this is one of the actual most unforgivable, completely unnecessary child maltreatment deaths.
What happened over there?
For years, Julissa made what she herself admitted were false abuse claims against Eli's father, Tori, and used them to seek protection orders so Tori could not have contact with Eli. When Julissa had a severe mental break, Dakota County Child Protection, not yet knowing if Dad was safe,
Let's see those muscles.
placed Eli with Nikita and Stephen, Julissa's cousin. Eli was with family.
He was loved.
During the 11 months Eli lived with Nikita and Stephen, records reveal Julissa missed and tampered with drug tests, was arrested for stealing needles and pain meds, stopped going to therapy, and was so disruptive got kicked out of drug testing. Supervised visits with Eli went poorly. In one, on October 27th, Julissa dug her fingernails into a social worker's hand and threw garbage on her. Despite concerns, Beth Daner, the child protection worker in charge of the case, granted Julissa unsupervised visits.
Bye!
Bye.
When he would come back from Julissa's, his hair would be matted. His hair would be really greasy, so she wasn't bathing him or brushing his hair.
His clothes would stink. It was terrible.
In contrast, Eli's dad, Tori, also began getting visits. When with him, CPS found the boy was happy and well cared for. Tori filed in court for custody.
But under Minnesota law, the dad's family court custody case had to be paused until the mom's child protection court case was over.
Dakota Child Protection could have filed for a transfer of custody to give Eli to his dad, but despite all the red flags, decided to give Julissa more chances.
There wasn't a single green flag or yellow flag that Julissa had given. They were all red flags.
The very first day the boy went back to his mom, CPS was warned in an email from Eli's school how teachers are all addressing large concerns, flagging Julissa's speed and reckless driving in the school parking lot. Over the next 5 months, records reveal Eli's caseworkers took Julissa off drug testing, did not confirm she was going to required parent counseling, and when a teacher reported Eli said his mom hurt him, did not even investigate.
Are any of those decisions acceptable?
No. That is a definition of child protection that has already gotten kids killed and is going to get a lot more kids killed.
One of the last times a social worker laid eyes on Eli, she sent a text saying, "I can't imagine what she's putting that child through right now." But they did not think he was being physically abused, so close the case.
Shotgun shells all over the sign.
Yeah.
10 days later, the same day police processed a car with a shotgun-riddled body in the trunk, the CPS worker who didn't yet know about the murder entered her final notes in Eli's file. There were no protection issues that required ongoing child protection placement or involvement.
I truly believe that if CPS had done their job and protected Eli, he would still be here today.
Dakota County Child Protection declined an interview citing state law about the confidentiality of their case data, as did Eli's dad, who's filed a federal lawsuit against child protection. There's so much more to these Eli files than we could possibly fit in this broadcast. To go more in depth, you can read my reporting partner Brandon Stahl's expose on care11.com.
My only question is, why hasn't one of these CPS workers been charged for any crime? And how do they allow them to even keep their job after doing such a horrendous thing to someone? I mean, Dakota County just abuses its power and just recklessness and carelessness and all about money. Sickening. People need to be held accountable and responsible for their actions. These people need to be charged criminally.